That's okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm Deputy Summers with the Sheriff's Office.
Hi. Is there a legal problem?
No, but can I ask you some questions?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Deputy Summers with the Sheriff's Office.
We're 393 of Bonneville County.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you reside here?
I do.
Okay. Do you have some ID to prove that?
I do. Actually, I don't know if my ID has this address on it.
Okay.
If I do, this proves who I am, though.
All right. I guess that's all.
If you need the number, it's GB187471B.
Nope.
It does have
all you need to
run it.
You want warrants or anything?
Nope.
Whoa.
I know, right?
You look like 10 years younger.
Everyone tells me that.
You look like the lead singer of the Foo Fighters right there.
Everyone tells me the opposite. Everyone tells me I look older with my hair.
Well, let me see. Well, that's what I meant. You look 10 years younger now.
Oh, okay.
Than you did in the picture.
Yeah. And the picture looks 10 years younger.
Lead singer Foo Fighters, right? You know who that is, right?
I've heard of them.
All right. The reason why I'm here is your neighbor called me to ask me to clarify some ordinances.
Dennis?
He had some questions. I guess you guys had a conversation earlier.
Yeah. Real briefly. I was actually kind of expecting you. So.
Yeah, I mean, he told me what happened. He asked me to clarify what he understood to be ordinance and which wasn't. Anyways, so that's why I'm here. I'm just here to find out.
I kind of get what he understands
on,
to be the ordinance. The question is, what is the ordinance?
Well, that depends on what ordinance you're talking about. There's actually several we talked about.
Okay.
So you be specific.
Where he owns the road. He says he owns the road. I can't park there because it's his property.
Okay. We discussed that one, and I told him that the county owns the road, and that as long as it's not blocking the driveway or an intersection or 30 feet from an intersection, that as long as they're parked adequately, facing the correct way, with proper registration and everything, that they can park there.
Okay. That's what I understand.
We also talked about, and that's another thing. He says he had me explain the 48-hour rule, and I did. Had me explain what an abandoned vehicle was and all that stuff. He wasn't so much like ratting you out or saying you guys got in a fight. He was asking me questions. You know what I mean? Well, and so I can obviously tell that you guys had some kind of a disturbance and argument.
Yeah,
okay?
We do. We have arguments about parking in front of his house, about him not trimming his trees. I mean, that one's down here to the back of the house.
An ordinance is an ordinance, but when people have an argument, I'm not saying it's criminal, but it becomes an interest of mine, okay? I want to make sure when I leave here today that there's not going to be an issue between you and him or something elevates towards criminal and somebody gets in trouble, right? I don't think you want that.
I don't.
Do you think he wants that?
No.
Okay. That's what I want, all right? That's what I want to resolve. He doesn't want you in trouble. I don't think you want him in trouble, okay? So we just need to make sure we can clarify.
I mean, it would be nice if we could do something about how often he approaches us. I mean, he approaches us all the time.
All right. Well, you can trespass him from your property. Approaching as in comes to your house.
Well, he usually doesn't come out here, but anytime we're both outside, he'll just like, hey. It's to the point where there's certain residents of the house that aren't even comfortable going outside because they're afraid of being approached by him.
So from right where my vantage point at this point is, I see 3 vehicles. Are
I've got some
people that reside here?
No, we've got some friends over, which is why we park there. We normally avoid parking there just to avoid problems.
I'm just asking questions. I obviously don't live here, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I know.
Okay. I expect you to.
And that's what I'm saying. I've got some guests over.
You have a red vehicle over there that's a guest or a resident?
Those are the guests.
Okay. So
that's usually where we park.
How often does that gray car park right there?
Maybe once a week.
Once a week? And is it something you guys use daily?
Yeah, we use that car daily.
Okay. So it's not left more than 48 hours?
No. No, I actually use
an issue?
at least every weekday to go up to Yukon.
Okay. The red one you said is somebody who's visiting, right?
Yeah.
And you said you don't park that there every day?
No.
Okay.
Not every day. We usually park where the red one is right now.
I told him, I said, well, if you're asking if that's violating an ordinance, it's not. It's on the road. It's not blocking the driveway. And I basically said, yeah, if any of those other vehicles the registrations are expired, then you'd be required to move them. At that point, they're considered abandoned. If they're registered adequately and they're moved before 48 hours, then they're legal too, as long as they're not blocking somebody's driveway, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what I told him.
Yeah, that's the best running one. We use that one for everything.
Okay. If you guys aren't parking that out there all the time, you guys aren't creating a disturbance out front, which if you do get an argument in public, technically it's disturbing the peace, okay? I don't want you guys to do that.
No.
Obviously. Okay. Just a little bit of advice. You're talking to me cordially. I appreciate that. It makes it a lot easier for me. I don't like to be a jerk to people. I don't like people to be a jerk to me. I'm a human being, right?
Right. With the neighbor, I don't talk to him as cordially, just because. I mean,
right.
I started out trying to be neighborly, and I'm sure he started out trying to be neighborly, and I'm sure we both wish we could get along with our neighbors. But it's gone to the point where, I mean, at least for me, he's stopped being neighborly, and I've stopped being neighborly to him.
There's clearly ordinances that are being violated, that aren't being violated. That's obviously not the issue. Okay.
Okay.
But beyond that, being neighbors, you know, and I own a house and I deal with the same thing.
Yeah. Everyone's got neighbors.
Maybe consider something. You don't have to do this. Okay. If you do park there, maybe be a good neighbor, be the better man than him, and say, hey, I'm just letting you know we got company. I'm going to park this out here for such amount of time. I apologize for the inconvenience. When people aren't here and I have room to move the car, I will do so. Okay?
Yeah. I moved it last time I asked.
That's a courtesy as a neighbor, not because you're violating any laws. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Simple little things like that will make a huge difference. If he understands how long the car's going to be there, why it's there, I think he'll leave you alone and leave me alone.
Well, I know when he gets back on the weekends, like he takes his truck up on the weekends. He goes out to, it doesn't matter where he goes. But he comes back and he moves his cars around and stuff. And I get he needs the spot on like Sunday and Monday when he gets back, and I accommodate him for that. Like I moved him last time, we had guests, and I just parked across the street. But I mean, they don't like us parking there either.
Right. Yeah.
And both complain. And,
yeah.
You know.
I hear you.
Trying to be neighborly to both of them, and they're each making it impossible. Trying to be neighborly to both, and they're each making it impossible.
And don't get me wrong, Dan, I'm not here saying that you're at fault, okay? I'm not saying that he has not done anything wrong, and that he wasn't wrong today and how he approached you. I'm not saying that, okay?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I think this could be resolved pretty easily, to where actually you both can somewhat be harmonious neighbors, right?
Yeah.
I think simply just saying, hey, I got company. I have nowhere to park that. I know you have nothing to park there at this time. So, you know, I'm going to park that there. When I get free spot, I will move it from the lot. There's nothing wrong with that. He can't complain about that. He knows now that you legally are parked there. You have valid registration. You're perfectly from the curb. You're not blocking his driveway. He knows that. Okay? That's just some advice. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying nobody likes to not get along with their neighbors. You know?
Yeah, nobody does.
And those simple little things.
And I know it's putting on strain on at least one of the other residents of the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big strain.
If you can get him to chill out and leave you guys alone and be like, cool, you know, I'm okay with that. And if you're gonna, you know, if you're telling me you're gonna move your car, I'm okay with that. Then yeah, I think it betters everybody, including whoever's in your house that's getting strained. All right. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are good suggestions. And like I said, I got company, so I'm gonna get back.
I'll let you go, man.
Nice talking to you,
all right.
Summers.
Yep. You have
a good day.